Hey everybody, welcome to Obscurities in Miniatures. It's Monday, and that means it's time for some more weekly painting progress. Hopefully everybody out there, at least for you American viewers, had a nice 4th of July. I am currently filming it on that day as I'm trying to hurriedly get this finished so I can go burn meat on the barbecue and then watch my neighborhood look like a war zone, even though fireworks are strictly quote-unquote prohibited in our area, but that's not my issue. I am going to certainly enjoy it this evening. So we're going to start things off. Here is a totally not Red Sonja that Sparkletrout painted up that I printed a while back. I believe she originally came from a Lovecraft Designs Kickstarter. I want to say it was their desert one. And yeah, that is very Red Sonja-ish. Frank Thorne, did he do the original Red Sonja? I know John Buscema is kind of the template that everybody else based her on, but I want to say Frank Thorne did it. He did some interesting artwork if you ever want to go dig that up. Yeah. All right, next up, we've got Sparkletrout's entry for the one-page rules painting contest. He painted up one of the assassins of the Duchies of Vinci, I believe that's what the faction is called. It's kind of a steampunk take on the Tau of all things with a very Da Vincian feel to it. Bit of a Assassin's Creed thing going on with this dude. Very Menoth colors, but I'm sure that's intentional. Hopefully we'll get to use these guys in a game in the future. I believe he was supposed to have a feather there, but we can most likely attribute its disappearance to my big Agrax Earthshade clumsy fingers getting in the way. I thought I freaking cleaned them all off too. That stuff does not want to come off. Finally, his offering this week of Sparkletrout's painting is we have the Bloodchild from Wrath of Kings. I'm afraid to touch his little floaty friend. I'm afraid he's going to pop off. Nice job. I know he went and did the skirt there in brown rather than in black, like the artwork. Mine's in black. Of course, mine also has a totally different arm. And he's perched up on a little mountain hill type thing with his buddy floating around there. And I regret giving away as many Wrath of Kings models as I have now at this point. I know some of them have jumped in price quite considerably. And I had just about everything, multiples even of some. I know I had 2 or 3 of the Celestial Hosts for the Shale Han, and I know those are not cheap these days. But unfortunately, they are all gone, given away, but at least they went to good homes. It would have been nice to continue to finance the channel with them, but, you know, it is what it is. We'll keep things running here for as long as we can. Of course, we do have that Patreon, hint, hint, if you guys ever want to help contribute. I always appreciate it. And moving on to what I got done this week, the first of my Cobra Mode irregulars. Why is he an irregular? Because he is a Hanzaki that was a misprint. You can see here there's like a tear in his jacket there, and then he was missing a leg, so we put a peg leg in there, and now I have my Hanzaki irregulars. Well, at least the first of them. Quickly followed by the second. Same thing. Missing a leg. Didn't print off correctly. You can see there was some wobble or something going on that day because look what was supposed to be straight. Yeah, that pole arm is not in the best of shape. But you know what? I don't care. It works. Woo. And they're ready to defend their hamlet from whatever evils are afloat. And then another quick little hurried job here. We have a orangutan monk guy from Dragon Trapper's Lodge. And I tried to fix the lighting and it went and... That's better, okay. That's super bright now, but whatever. He didn't print out the greatest. You can see there's this big glob of something on the tip of his polearm thing he's got going on there, and figured just gonna roll with it. I'm surprised he's not bigger. Maybe that's just from watching the Jungle Book. My idea of... Well, then again, I think King Louie was supposed to be some kind of like Gigantopithecus or something like that. We had a Pleistocene early life discussion while watching the Jungle Book. That was fun. Alright, what else we got here? Oh, I actually tried to go and finish up a Kingdom Death model. Something I haven't done in a while. This is the Screaming God armor. Help if she stays in focus, but there's so much stuff going on with it that it's really hard to. She's okay. I'm not super satisfied with the results, but I wasn't sure what to do with her either, so I figured we tried to go back over it and touch up some of the spots that had a little bit too much agrax, and I think it worked out okay. At least it kind of made the bluish color of her armor pop out a little bit more. I still feel like I might want to go back and try to redo her horns. Unfortunately, this spear of hers did not want to straighten out. I tried so many times. It just did not want to cooperate. So maybe she's mid-flex. She's going to thwack it. Like it's some kind of polearm in a 90s Kung Fu Wuxia movie. Alright, and then we have Astri the Promised, another Kingdom Death model, and it's very hard to see her. There are actually various shades here, but it's very dark and black. And I messed up. Like, that sword should be touching the ground, but unfortunately it's not. And yeah, this is the one I tried to piece back together, and you can see when you look really closely, you can notice where the pieces and parts are missing. Oh, you know what? Speaking of her, I still have the extra one that the Dark Mediator sent me. One of these days, if you guys don't mind broken Kingdom Death models, maybe I'll do a giveaway. Because I do have her, and I do have the Raynor model that's all jacked up here with her leg that shouldn't be unattached from the body. I think it was this one. One of the legs is supposed to be attached to the torso, and one was not. I feel bad if I give this stuff away and then somebody gets it and is like, what the hell am I going to do with this? Yeah, look at that. That should not have been cast like that. Blech. Boo Urns. Yeah, I think right there you can see there was an air bubble or something. Or maybe it was on this side. Maybe it was that side. Yeah, that looks far too specific. Anyway, I digress. We're getting way off track here. I haven't painted or built much Kingdom Death stuff in a while, and that's odd, because, you know, usually I am. We'll have to fix that. Of course, I've been trying to paint cyberpunk stuff, too, and it seems like it never gets done, so that's another thing I'm going to have to work on. But what I have been trying to do is finish up some of my Warhammer Underworlds warbands. So we've got the Chaos Warrior Reavers, I forget what they're called, Khagra's Reavers or something like that. I got them done to a point where I'm not too embarrassed to have them on camera. I got to clean up those highlights a bit. But I did actually get the entire group done. I'm going to fix up his horns. I don't like them. I don't know how many times I tried to fix it up, and it just, ugh. Either it was too thick or too light. There was no good medium. His came out okay. I mean, obviously from a distance, it's not going to make a huge difference. I know I'm shoving him up in front of the camera, and I'll be the first to admit I'm not a great painter, but I try, at least to get it done. I forgot to do her base. And yeah, this is a girl. They're supposed to be sisters, both of these two. But I think it got the job done. It's good enough, other than the fact that I will need to go back and fix that up. So we are definitely making progress. I've been trying to talk family members into playing Warhammer Underworlds, especially since I've got yet another team finished here. So it's like, maybe we really should try to get around to playing it. Even asked at the local shop, especially since nobody there seems to want to wear masks anymore, since we've got that mandate lifted, and they're like, no, we haven't bothered really set anything up yet either. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've got the fish dudes sitting here, so hopefully we'll see them in the next week or so. I got a lot of stuff we're going to hopefully see in the next week or so, but there's only so many days in a week, so I'm going to have to figure that out. One thing I did figure out, though, is this Thursday we're going to switch days. We will be doing the books that I usually do on Fridays. If you haven't ever seen, I will review funky, weird books just about every week, mostly comics, but lots of things with pretty pictures. But since this Thursday is my birthday, I have a treat for myself that I have been waiting to show off. Since I first started doing those book videos, I was determined that if I could last long enough, I would actually go ahead and finally get this book for myself. And I did, and it came, and I really want to show it off. So if you're curious about what in the world I'm talking about, be sure to check out Thursday. We'll have models on Friday and every other day of the week, as it is. And like I said earlier, you know, the support of you guys out there certainly does help things continue to get shown on a daily basis. So if you ever have a chance, do take a look at our Patreon. It is always appreciated. But for that, I will leave with you. As always, we'll have those links down below if you want to take a look at any of this stuff yourself. If you've got the printer or access to a printer, we'll have the links for those files, where to get them and where to find them on My Mini Factory. And hopefully you all out there are keeping safe and keeping busy as well. With that said, this has been High Lord Tamberlane with Obscurities and Miniatures, saying thanks for watching, and we will see you back here soon. Bye-bye.